we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited. I got Howard Aronin here in the green room. He's going to be there for a little while because we got to get to a lot of things before we get to the quiz, but I'm so excited for the quiz. Speaking of excited, Friday I'm going to be at the Comedy Store at the D's Nuts Extravaganza. Friday night, 7 p.m. Tickets are there, or there's a link in the show notes for anybody. I'm going to stand over here. And there's also a QR code there if you can somehow get a device to point at it. Sometimes that can, don't get a hernia or anything like that. But there it is. Friday at 7 p.m. A lot of times these things sell out. So please get your tickets. Need some people there. Todd's going to miss the quiz. Hawaii was weeks ago. Wears off the first day. The first day when you get back to Seattle, you get all spongy again, I guess. Back to the gorge. Yep, I'm back in the gorge. It's great because I did Carrie Ockery's podcast last week, and that's going to be coming out, so that's super fun. I told her the story about the gorge and Mike McCready, the guitar player for Pearl Jam, and how the whole thing. If you haven't seen that episode, I don't know how to find it, but anyway, you can find Carrie Ockery's podcast, Between You and I, it's called. I never did get a chance to ask her that. She says it's the grammatically incorrect podcast, but it's called Between You and I. It's wherever podcasts are. And in the thing, I tell the story about the Mike McCready, and she's going to tell it to him, apparently. So that's very exciting. I find that extremely exciting. It comes around. Yeah, this is the gorge in George Washington. Hernia. Yeah, you get a hernia from QR codes. You got to watch yourself. They can be dangerous. One other thing. Friday's guest is Judy Carter. This is as if she's here. She's virtually here already. But Judy Carter is a guru of stand-up comedy and also of public speaking. And anything that you want to do with public speaking or comedy, Judy Carter is the one. She's going to give us a scoop on Friday. So that's to look forward to. Today, let's get into the show. This is Lunch Therapy. Who knows what? 432. Here we go. Boney, hit it. I'm gonna get myself a modem. 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 When we do the contest today, Bloss is going to keep score. So it's out of my hands.
Oh, yeah.
People. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's here. He's going to keep score. That's good. That should be a disaster. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Fire it up. Yeah, we're all fired up today. And we got the whole thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was going to talk about something, but I forgot what it was. But we got the whole thing. We got the quiz going. We got everything. And we're breathing in through the nose, out through the toes. That's what I wanted to say. Let it go. Kamala went to the play. Bloss's play, Bloss's musical. I wasn't able to go because I had to work. How was it? How was it? He was great, says Kamala. I saw a little bit of bootleg material after the show, and that was really cool. Bloss was singing. Bloss had a fancy fedora on. I wish they could do it more than once or one day, but it was a rare occasion. Is it going to Broadway next? I don't know. Hard to say. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Got some healing vibrations for you today. This is a yoga nidra healing vibrations, and I don't know if y'all know about yoga nidra, but you probably don't want to do it during lunch therapy because you fall asleep. You go to sleep a lot of times. It's a very, very relaxing form of yoga. A lot of times you'll lie on the floor in the most difficult pose. I remember a yoga instructor telling me that the most difficult pose was lying flat on the floor. It's not the most difficult one for me, I'll tell you that. Face down on the floor, that's even better. Bloss was playing against type as a rich Oxford graduate. Wow. So this can improve your depression and anxiety. We're doing a Book of the Month club. There's a link in the show notes to the book. Guignel and Todd Lee and I discussed this book. It's called Seat of the Soul. Seat of the Soul. And we're checking that out by Gary Zukav. You can also buy that in the show notes. New thing, I'm putting links in the show notes to books and things that we talk about on the show, and I think I get a penny if you buy it. So every penny counts, you know. Yeah, I don't think we're getting done in a month. Yeah, I had not received the book. I read a pirated version of it for a little while. One of the things it's talking about is being multi-sensory. I don't quite know what that means yet. I'll believe it when I see it. Multisensory is sensations beyond your 5 senses. I seem to only have like 4.5 now because I seem to have lost a lot of my sense of smell. So I would love to be multisensory. I'm sure there are more senses than just the 5, right? Sven is here. Oh my gosh, so good to see you, Sven. Not there, man. The world is a hard place right now. Let's not escape. I agree, you know. There's so much talk these days with Elon Musk and Bezos and all these guys have putting these rockets in space and trying to get the hell out of here. And I'd like to stay here. And I'm wondering who they're going to put in those rockets when they send them to Mars. You know how they're talking about going to Mars? I'm starting to really wonder about this whole thing about Wall-E and how we're all going to ride around in these Barca loungers, sipping on big gulps. Right now, from what I've heard, workers at Amazon, or at least at some point during the pandemic, they were like having to piss in bottles because they couldn't go to the bathroom. They couldn't get a bathroom break because they had to work so hard. So what makes us think that these people are going to suddenly be altruistic in the future when all the AIs and the robots take our jobs? Right? Is that what you're talking about, Sven? The world being a hard place? Bloss is an outstanding live performer. You have to see him when you can. Yeah, we're going to keep you posted on that. Chances to see hummingbirds in different productions. Intuition. That's maybe a sixth sense. I see dead people. I don't know, Todd. Is that a sixth sense? Intuition? That's interesting. Thank you to Healing Vibrations for allowing me to talk over your lovely dulcet tones. I'm going to be quiet for a moment. We should send world leaders into space. They can take part in the overview effect. Check it out. Overview effect is when astronauts go into space, and also William Shatner, who went into space with Jeff Bezos, when humans go into space, a lot of times they look back at the world and they get an overview of the world. And they say, what the hell are we doing? We got to preserve this big, beautiful marble that's out there. And space is just like an emptiness. And when you get out into space, into that empty blackness, and you look back at that beautiful, beautiful ecosystem that's going on this planet, you go, oh my God, what are we doing? This is the most precious thing. This is the most precious thing we know of. And that's the overview effect. Right, Todd? Isn't that it? Checking it out. They're going to turn, and so William Shatner got up there. When he came back down, he was crying. He'd done all those Enterprise excursions in his imagination, but when he got up there into the real space, it was much more than he could handle. And he started just sobbing. Everybody else was floating around going, wee-hee, we're floating around. Jeff Bezos, yeah, we're floating now. We did no gravity. And he was just looking out the window like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? What are we doing? We're going to turn us into Soylent Green and feed us to ourselves from Amazon Prime. I know. That's what it feels like, right? Jeff Bezos comes down. He's like, that was great, right? And Shatner was like, I'm scared that we're ruining it. Verna says, I'd like to see a robot do my job. Yeah, I'd like to see a robot do my job. See, I had to have the right emphasis there. I'd like to see a robot do my job. Yeah, right. That's going to take a while before a robot can do Vernus's job. Vernus's job is, she's a coach for some of the greatest actors around. It'd be hard for an AI to coach actors. No borders when you look at the Earth from space, yeah. Still breathing. You might end up coaching robots. They need some coaching. We had Amy Linden on the show last Friday, and she is an audition coach. I highly recommend checking that out. Vernus was here. She was trying to coach one of the AI robots that we had on the show. It's difficult. Yes, great description of the overview effect. There are a few books on it. Wow. Yeah, so it's like lots of astronauts have had that feeling, that it's almost like a feeling of loss. I wonder if Howard Aronin gets that feeling when he goes up in a jet airplane, because he's in them all the time. Sometimes when I'm in a jet airplane, I start to think, how is this happening? How is this even happening that I'm up in this tube in the sky? 30,000 feet. Is that 30,000 feet? It's high. They need vocal coaching, Vernus. They're so flat. They really do. They need some help. It's going to be good. I'm enjoying this Healing Vibrations. You can go to Healing Vibrations on YouTube anytime you want, day or night. This one is a good one to do at night before you go to bed, or maybe you lay down in bed and you turn this thing on. They even have one that is just a black screen, so it doesn't, keep you from sleeping. So that's cool. All right, we're going to move on with the show now. Let's see what else we got going on here. This is kind of fun. This is David Charrier. We've had him on the show, his music on the show before. He's doing a cover song of Tears for Fears. Today, he's the master of the handpan. And that's his channel on YouTube, Master of the Handpan. I know Greg Werdala loves handpan. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get healing vibration. Well, you know it's on YouTube. It's a good idea, isn't it? Greg, you don't have to get the healing vibrations. Everything is, people find different things in different places. We just like having you here on Lunch Therapy. I like this guy. Where's the man bun, right? See? You asked for it. Got you a guy without a man bun. Got the beard, though. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. It's a little dance break, a little bit. It's like a middle of the road, middle of the show dance break. Children waiting for their day, they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Made it feel the way that every child should. Sit and listen, sit and thank you, Cam, for your love and support. From Bilo. They asked where Joel is. I know, I had to work. Terrible. Slaving away. Gorgeous, right? Teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me. Look right through me. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. 5 channels. Healing Vibration has 5 channels. Oh, that's cool. I like it. I like the beyond vibration stuff too, yeah. Mad world. Mad world. Enlarge your world. Hello, I am the Bat. That was a very, very beautiful, beautiful thing there from David Charrier. He is one of my favorites. He sometimes comes over to the cave and plays some handpan. I know, some people don't get handpan. I totally understand that, Greg Werdala. It took me a little while to get to it too. Vernon says, it looks like he's playing 2 barbecues. I love that when there's some humor on the show like that. Hopefully Joel will get funnier. I don't know. But maybe you can go see him on Friday at the Comedy Store. Todd Lee didn't realize this was a Tears for Fears song. Tempo is faster than T4F. He must be a big Tears for Fears fan because he says T4F. I didn't even know that was a thing. But anyway, a lot of you have been very, very worried because you saw my manager, agent manager, Blueberry, on the show, and she was advocating for me because, I needed to get some kind of remuneration, I think, for the thing. And, so I have gotten some blood. Yes, I get a big glass of blood every day now as for pay. And it is delicious, I must say. For those of you that don't drink a big glass of blood, you should try it because it is so good. Oh my God, I love it so much. So anyway, the contract dispute is over. And I just want to say the rumors are not true. I am not leaving lunch therapy, so you don't have to worry about that. And then also, I did not try to get Joel fired. Some people think that I tried to get Joel fired, and it is not what happened. He just, it was the parent company, Couchbody. They do the Slob 90X. They were the ones that didn't understand the value of having a bat on the show. I am just, the blood in my mouth is too much. I need some kind of a tissue. I think they have given me too much blood. Here. It was like a blood smorgasbord or something, and Boney put it together, and I don't know. Ugh. I think we're going to have to work on the blood because this is like synthetic blood or something. Boney, is this real blood? I don't know, but I think I'm going to be ill. Let's see. Blueberry. Yes, Camila Lopez. She likes the blueberry. Chol. Yes. Everyone likes Chol, hopefully. Did you get your booster yet? Oh, and that's another thing I want to tell you about. They're finding out it's not our fault. All the grief and all the things that you have been doing to make us feel bad for being little mice. They always blame it on the rats. They always blame it on the rats or the flater mice. So I just want to tell you that it turns out that it's you humans that are killing us as usual. It is kind of gross. What was that? Infested blood? I don't know. Bonnie, where did you get the blood? It's just disgusting. Republican blood? Yes. There's still a terrible taste in my mouth. But anyway, I wanted to show you something today because it's animal therapy. And, I'm also going to be on the ground now because that was part of the negotiation that sometimes I'm going to be on the ground and not hanging upside down. But here's what I want to show you. After all this, now I'm going to do my job. Does anybody know what this is? This is not the quiz portion of the show. That's coming up. A blueberry booster. I love the taste of blueberry boosters, I'll tell you. This is a vampire squid. That's what they call it. It's not really a vampire, and it's not really a squid. It is called the Vampirus infernalis. It's way down deep in the ocean, way down, and it means vampire infernalis means vampire squid from hell. And that's what it is. It is a vampire squid from hell, even though it's not a vampire and it's not a squid. I used to date one of these, but it made it very difficult because the pressure in my ears when I would go down deep in the sea to see this, my favorite cephalopod, it was so painful that we had to break up. Talk about a long-distance relationship, huh? Yay. So anyway, it has bioluminescent organs. It survives in low light, low oxygen. That was the other thing. I could hardly breathe down there. I had my tank, my little bat tanks, and my little bat regulator, and I'd get the worst headaches down there. But she was so sexy, I'll tell you. She has they have two long retractable filaments between the first two pairs of arms on its dorsal side. Look at that eye! Look at the eye! It's so crazy! It's like a big googly eye! It's like, oh, yeah, because it's so dark down there. They can't see shit. Yep. Anyway, so that's that. I don't know. I mean, there's so much about this cephalopod that I could say, but we have to get to the quiz. This is from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. They went way down there in the deep, darkest thing, and they saw the vampire squid, and it's so beautiful. You can watch that on their website. That's him. That's the guy who found it. Anyway, there's so many different things. Anyway, I just want to say this guy's been around for 300 million years and he hasn't changed much at all. So keep doing your thing down there and say hi to my love, Seffi. Her name was Seffi. That was her name. All right, let's get on with the show. Yes. Well, let's just see what some people say about the vampire squid. I think she needs a publicist. Oh, because you're picking on her googly eye. I'm not picking on it. No way. No way. Maybe she can talk to Blueberry. Blueberry can hook her up with a publicist. All right, let's get on with the show. Wow, it's really good to have the vampire, the bat, as he calls himself, not the vampire. He's not a vampire either. I took a taste of some of that blood. It is gnarly. Boney, we got to get some better stuff. I mean, maybe there's like a brand. That is creepy. That is so creepy. Not the vampire squid, though. It's a beautiful, beautiful organism. Vernus says, I was once married to someone who broke my eardrums. Oh, you were once married to someone who broke your eardrums. Yes, I know. It can be tough. Maybe they were, I don't know, 300 feet below sea level. By yelling, you're creepy. Or poking you in the ear. That would do it. Yeah. Your desk looks a little small. We're working on it here. You know, it's a kind of a low budget thing. We're starting to sell books. We sell t-shirts. And we're going to try and get ourselves a better desk here at Breaking News. Keynote news is coming up. Okay, so here's the news. This is the thing. This is kind of cool. I mean, I got this great like thing on my head, and I just wanted to call that out. So, Wolf 1069b has been discovered. And that is an exoplanet. For those of you who don't know what an exoplanet is, this is just so Earth-centric, but an exoplanet is any planet that is not in our solar system. Exoplanet. So this new exoplanet has been discovered called Wolf 1069. Just wanted to call your attention to that. And then we have this. This is an alligator. They found this alligator in someone's home, and they returned it to the Texas Zoo after 20 years. So someone apparently stole the alligator. The alligator was a tiny little egg, grew up into a very large 20-year-old alligator, and that was when they found it in somebody's yard. Somebody had been just, I don't know, doing alligator things. This is in the Animal World and Snake Farm Zoo in New Braunfels, Texas. Texas game wardens, they went and got the alligator. They brought him back. So you can look at this in many ways. You can look at it as an alligator that got away from the zoo, and now he just got incarcerated again. You can look at it that way. Or you can say, hey, you know, the alligator after 20 years was returned home. But kind of wonder, like, is that alligator like, this is not my home? One more thing. This is crazy. So on the outside of a Walmart in Arkansas, they found this giant, this is so weird. This guy saw this giant bug that looks like this, which is it's an insect that has not been spotted in this country in many, many years. It's a Jurassic era insect. They found it, this guy found it on the side of a Walmart. And the Walmart, I don't know, they were housing it, I guess. I don't know. But the guy took it off the wall and walked around in Walmart with this bug in his hand. I mean, that's what they do in Arkansas, I guess. Walked around the whole time with the bug in his hand, and then later, he says this just very nonchalantly, he mounted it which is not what you think it is. I think he killed it and like put it like on the wall or something like that. And it wasn't until 10 years later, these scientists were looking at these bugs, I guess his bug collection, maybe they came over to his house, and they realized, oh my God, this is like an ancient bug from the time of the dinosaurs, from maybe when the vampire squid was just, coming of age as well. It's a super ancient bug. And that's your breaking news. Thank you very much. Now we're going to go to the contest. Finally, it is time for Howard Aronin to be on the screen. Let me take a look at the chat room before we leave. The desk is a little small. You should keep that thing on your head, but take your shirt off. Yeah, we'll do that on a show. That's coming up soon. And I hope the other alligators don't attack it. Yes, that's the thing. New alligator? I don't know. You bring a new cat into our house, everybody attacks it. They probably don't remember him. Yes, take your shirt off. This is going to be that kind of show, is it? That's the CEO of Walmart. Poor guy. The Jurassic bug, yeah. Why do men love to kill things? Exactly. I mean, you would think you wouldn't just... First of all, who would walk around in a Walmart with that thing in their hands? I mean, you don't know what it's going to do. And second of all, mounting it just seems like a terrible idea. Breaking news, Arkansas. That's what I need to have in the breaking news. I need to have the title of, thank you so much, Guignel. Breaking news, Arkansas man mounts a bug in Walmart. And then we go with the story. I think that's going to happen. All right, it is time now. I hope Howard is ready. I see him there with Boney. Is he ready, Boney? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, we're ready. It's time for the contest. Blas is keeping score. Let's go. Oh, yes! Call the hummingbird. Yeah, Howard Aronin. So great to see you. Haven't seen you on the show in so long. It's really something else to have you here. Welcome to Lunch Therapy.
May I tell you that Jay Patterson made this for me and sent it to me?
I am so happy about that. I can't even tell you.
To see that.
I love that. Jay sent me one as well, and my mother-in-law Liz has one too. I don't have it on me, but I see you have a Lunch Therapy shirt. That's awesome. I love that.
I'm planning to win another one today.
Oh my God, yeah. You're going to win a prize for sure in this one. If you can beat the hummingbirds. I don't know. It's pretty tough. Do they ever lose? The hummingbirds? Do they ever lose? I've never seen it happen, I don't think. So there they are. They're above you. There. Blas is also going to be keeping score, so I don't have to. We've got the breaking news window here. Oh, it's brought to you by... This is the Lunch Therapy movie set contest brought to you by Cup of Blood. I guess cup of blood is the blood that we're feeding to the bat. I'm not sure he even likes Cup of Blood, but, I'll give it a whirl. Try it out. Okay, so what I do... Oh, shoot. This is just an example, I guess. What I do is I show you a movie set, and then you tell me what the movie is. And we're going to have to do the thing where you cover your eyes, but we can't do it for this one because I already showed it to you. So they're going to go from older movies to newer movies. We're going to go from old movies to new movies. That's a little bit of a clue.
What is that?
By the way, Kamala's kind of spilling the beans here, but Jay is on a top secret mission. If you guys are wondering where Just Jay is, she is in a mystery place.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're
Always wondered where she is.
Yep. Kamala says Cleopatra. That's a pretty good guess. It's a pretty good guess, but that's not it. You said Cleopatra as well?
Well, I said, what is that? Is that Cleopatra?
You said, what is that? Is that?
How about Ben-Hur? Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur, that's a good guess.
Ah.
I'm going to give you, that's not it, of course. I mean, not of course. I don't mean of course. But I would tell you if it was. This is an ancient movie. Have you ever been to the Hollywood and Highland Mall. You know the mall at Hollywood and Highland? Bloss, have you been to it?
Yes.
You know how it has those big elephants?
Yes.
It's based on this set from this movie.
Oh.
On the bridge.
Also,
Ben-Hur.
I'm going to blow... What'd you say? Spartacus?
Spartacus?
Nope, not Spartacus either. It just looks like the mall, Kamala says. I'm going to show you also where this set was. Now, this is going to blow your mind. If you're a big, if you know Los Angeles well, you will know this. This is a theater that is at Sunset. There's an intersection of Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard, I believe. They intersect in this weird way.
They meet
at this theater.
They meet, right.
Which is called the Vista Theater. At Vermont?
I think Vermont or
something
the
like
one
that.
after Vermont.
So there's a theater there. It's called the Vista. I've seen many a movie there. But this is where that set was.
Oh.
Back then, now. Back then, now. Back then, now. Back then, now. I know, it's like the special effects are getting crazy on this show.
Back then, better.
Kamala says her mom wanted to buy this theater and live in there.
Oh, geez.
You could...
It's definitely a Liz thing.
Hyperion. Yes, it's actually on Hyperion. Hyperion Junction. I love that name, Hyperion. I don't know what it means, but...
I'm going to guess the movie is called Hyperion.
It's a good guess. They named the road after it. But no. Okay, now I'm going to give you another clue. The director directed a racist movie called Birth of a Nation. A lot of people think of it as a racist movie because it had, all of a sudden, it had Ku Klux Klan people on it, and they were like the heroes. It was just really weird. It's really weird to watch now. But his next movie was this movie. And he's the famous director D.W. Griffith. So far, it's 0-0, Guinel. It is 0-0. We haven't gotten past the very first one. But, it's going to get easier because they're going to get newer as they go on. I got to have some music in the background. Okay, so this might be a gimme. This might be a, what do they call it? A stalemate?
Cover your eyes.
Vernus had a stalemate one time. Broke her eardrums. Do I have a badum-ch? I do have a badum-ch.
How many words in the title?
Okay, 1. Greek mythology. A Titan, son of Uranus and Gaia, and father of the sun god Helios. Hyperion. Oh, Hyperion. It was a god in Greek mythology. I love that. I was too stupid to get it. All right, we don't know. We don't know what the answer is. The music is a good touch.
Big Adventure.
It might have been in that. I wonder if the movie... Did you see the movie Babylon with Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie? I did not see it. But I'm wondering if this movie was about this time period. Okay, so I'm just going to give it away. I'm going to tell everybody what it is. And this is the gimme. Intolerance. See, now you're kicking yourself. You're like, oh yes, Intolerance. I remember seeing that movie.
He did Birth of a Nation and then Intolerance.
Intolerance, yeah.
Oh, yeah, was an asshole.
And now the only people that watch his movies are people in film school. And I remember watching it in film school when I was in undergrad. We watched Birth of a Nation, and it was just like, what the hell? All of a sudden, the heroes were Ku Klux Klan. I'm like, what are you doing here? And we were up there, in Seattle, the University of Washington. We're like, what is going on here? What is happening? I've never seen anything like this. Ironic, Matt says. Intolerance. Exactly. It is ironic. He makes intolerance.
Thank you, Matt.
I like that. It's good to actually use the word ironic correctly. People at neo-Nazi meetings. All right, let's get on to the next thing. Now you're going to have to cover your eyes, Howard. And we're going to Bloss, you tell him when he can take his eyes out. He can take his eyes out.
Take his eyes out.
Yeah.
Now.
Look. It's starting with the old movie, so it's tough. It's tough.
Oh my God. Look at this.
It's gonna get easier. Promise you. If anybody can get this one, it's gonna be very helpful later on, I think. Oh! Winner!
Metropolis. That's right, Metropolis.
Yes. Okay. Chalk one up for the hummingbirds, Bloss.
Metropolis.
All right, Metropolis.
20s now, 1920.
Yeah, now we're moving up. We're moving forward. We were in the teens. Now we're in the 20s. Let's see what happens. Cover your eyes. You tell him when, Bloss.
Now. Look.
Takes
It's
30
Wonderful
seconds.
Life.
What'd you say?
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Takes 40 seconds for the hummingbirds things to come on the screen. So give them 40 seconds.
How many?
Well, Kamala says 30 seconds. So give them 30 seconds.
3-0?
Yeah. So that was It's a Wonderful Life. See how it's gonna get faster this game as we
I
go
just
along.
wanted to get one. I'm so excited. That's all I wanted was one.
Let's see what Matt says. I feel like we were taught about B-O-N. What's B-O-A-N? Anybody know? In our senior class at Woodway. Oh man, that's one of those things where you're gonna have to tell me what it is. Kamala says it's too frustrating to participate. You just got a point. It's 1-1.
It's a wondery life.
It's a wondery life. Yeah, it is. It is frustrating. You know, I tried to come up with another method, and we did it over the weekend, and it was worse. It was worse.
Oh.
People were complaining.
The other app.
Yeah, we had to use this like other software. Oh, close your eyes.
Oh, close your eyes.
Oh, shoot, man.
I got him.
I totally blew it. I totally blew it.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. He didn't see enough.
All right.
I didn't see nothing.
You didn't see nothing. Look at him.
Yeah,
He's seeing. I saw his eyeballs.
Okay, that's about almost
right.
20 seconds. So
Oh my God,
hold
40 seconds is a long time, huh? It's got to be
up.
fair.
No, I get it. Look.
Cleopatra?
Oh, you got it. You got it. Yeah.
Was that
was
not
good.
enough time? I gave him 20 something seconds.
You did. I think you did.
Yeah.
Matt got it. Cleopatra.
There.
He probably.
Matt's there, but he's 20 seconds late.
Okay, we got to give him 40 seconds. 40 seconds. That's
I'll give him 40 seconds this time. Let's do that.
Okay, cover your eyeballs.
Cover the balls.
I like the fact that you're doing the scoreboard and the timer. That's very helpful. Tell us when it's been 40 seconds, and we'll just, we'll hang out. We'll look at the thing. That was not enough. Oh, Kamala is talking in all caps. This is bullshit. Kamala is going to be talking to Michael Moore today on his Rumble podcast. So
What?
look forward to that. You know how she had her thing in Washington, D.C.? Michael Moore was like, how can I help?
Oh.
She's going to be on the old Rumble podcast.
Look.
Get the word out.
Let's see. It's a space movie. It's Dr. Strangelove?
It's a good guess.
That's a great guess.
It's a really good guess. Schenectady is a good guess too. That's a Paul Thomas Anderson movie where all this crazy, or no, it's not a Paul Thomas Anderson. It's a Kaufman movie. Not Andy Kaufman. You know the guy that made Being John Malkovich? Malkovich?
Yeah, that name.
Who wrote it?
What's his name?
He has a great speech that just came online of him receiving a WGA award, and he was talking about being a writer. Just check it out. 2000. Oh, that's close, Cam. You didn't quite get the name right, but I think maybe that's a winner. That's a winner. 2001: A Space Odyssey. So that is the set that they built that rotates
Kubrick.
the inside of
Kubrick.
the ship. Yeah.
Was that a
Stanley
black and white
Kubrick.
movie?
No, it was not. This is just a still picture from the set that they built just for this. That's what it looks like
Stanley-
inside. Isn't that cool?
Stanley Kubrick.
I was
Stanley
thinking black
Kubrick,
and
yeah.
white.
And see this?
Not coffee. Kubrick.
Yeah, so that's one of the things about this is it's set pictures. So this is from the 60s. So we're moving up. It is now 2-2, Howard. How does that make you feel?
Kamala with the 2.
Yeah, so it's 2-2. Okay, he's covering his
She's fucking
face.
the dudes, man. Come on,
All
Matt.
right.
Yeah.
40 seconds, 40 seconds, my friends. This is a good one. This is a movie that was in the, I guess, the 80s, 90s, maybe 90s. Guinel said, did you tell us that? Charlie Kaufman, thank you. Charlie Kaufman is the guy, and he gives this great speech. Just Google it. Charlie Kaufman, WGA. It just happened a little while ago. No peeking.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
No, Charlie Kaufman did Being John Malkovich, and he wrote this thing called
But
Schenectady,
Stanley Kubrick
New
did
York.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Stanley Kubrick, yes.
Stanley Kubrick. Yes.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Next, okay, has it been 40 seconds?
Nope.
We're starting to get answers
And
in from
it
the
is
hummingbirds.
Now. Look. There you go.
2000.
Good guesses.
Close Encounters. No.
Nope,
That's too
it's a
early.
good guess. Good
Are we
guess.
going in,
We're going chronological order, although I think we skipped the 70s. I think we're well into the 80s now, if not.
Waterworld.
Waterworld was a good guess. Breaking Away. That's a movie. One of my favorite movies
Breaking
about
Away.
bicycles, or at least I remember it being really good. Home Alone. Now we're getting some really good guesses. Home Alone. The kid just
I told the guys
destroyed
to
the
speak
place.
up, and look what they're throwing out there.
Look at it though. Look at it. Like, what is it? What do you think that is?
Ben-Hur? Coliseum? No. Ben-Hur.
That's a good guess. It's a good guess because it looks like a coliseum. That's a good point. Imagine if there was another substance. Kamala got it. She got it, so she can't complain. The Abyss. Did you ever see The
Who
Abyss?
directed that?
That would be
You know who directed that?
James Cameron, right?
That's right, James Cameron. That thing was filled with water.
Filled with water. Gigantic tank.
She didn't say the abyss, so.
Yeah, you're right. She didn't.
It is the abyss.
The Abyss. But imagine if, imagine if I said that was wrong, though. That would inflame some of our hummingbirds. They'd never play again. All right, so
inflame Pamela.
yeah, definitely. The Abyss. The Abyss.
Who put Harold and Todd? Harold and Maude. I love it.
Harold and Mother, James Cameron. I love that movie, except the ending sucked. Oh, when the spaceship comes up out of the water and you're like, this is kind of fakey. We're so spoiled. Right? All right, cover your eyes.
9 years ago.
They shot that whole thing underwater. It was the craziest thing. They're holding their breaths and all this stuff, and then we're like, I didn't really like the ending. Guignol.
Scary.
Jeez. Ed Harris almost died on that film. Don't look.
Don't look.
Oh, that movie blew my mind, Kamala said. It did blow my mind. And, I think at some point I remember Ed Harris talking about he had to actually breathe some kind of liquid. Is that true? Or was that just part of the movie plot? Okay, look. You can look, Howard. Except that...
I can say The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you guys, I feel bad about that one because, the hummingbirds got it, and it was 40 seconds, so they got it. This is so cool because you can go to New Zealand today and walk around in the Hobbit land and have yourself some, second breakfast. And
the set is still standing?
The set is still standing, and people walk around and just hang out there. Isn't that cool? I want to go to there, as they say.
Who got that point, my friend?
I think the hummingbirds got that one. Yeah, she said
do
the
too,
Hobbit,
I believe
and Howard was very specific too because he said the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. It's
but we only need one answer. Thank you.
All right, we only need one answer. Oh, up! Oh, I keep blowing this thing.
I saw some lights. That's all I saw.
Okay. Saw some lights. All right, so let's get on to the next
The
one.
movie's called The Lights.
Let's go with the lights. Don't look. 40 seconds.
And don't look, Howard.
Elevenses for everyone who want to live in
I'm
that
gonna give him
house.
30 seconds because
Guinel says he thinks
way
it's
above him on the 40 seconds.
okay. Guinel says he thinks it's true about Ed Harris that he had to breathe some kind of liquid. That he hated the ending of Abyss too. That's funny.
Look.
Okay, so I think that it's shorter than 40 seconds because
I know this movie.
Kamala
I
seems
see
to
Walt
be.
Disney Archive, so
Howard, look at
It's-
the
all
answer.
right.
The answer
Post
was
it up there.
Moulin Rouge. Yeah. That was
Okay,
fair
let's-
enough.
We're gonna take him to 17 seconds.
Okay.
Well, I was
Anyway,
surprised
that's where
too.
he was-
I have Ed Harris right here. Ed, come here.
Come on in. Wouldn't that be great if you just suddenly brought in Ed Harris? Oh my God.
And I did not like the ending.
And I did. And there he is. Yeah.
You know
It was
nothing
the
of my work.
worst.
All right. So the next one, it's going to be a fast one. So 30 seconds. You get to only give him 30 seconds. Let's
I'm
just.
giving him
let me just
17.
check.
Actually.
Okay. I'm going to do this one here. Okay. 30 seconds is all they get.
Oh, I know this one. No, I'm giving him 17 seconds.
17 seconds.
Yeah, because that's about where they've been punching his
I
ass
can
out.
hit 18.
Look.
Oh.
Jo-
Damn.
She's quick.
Jaws.
Can.
Waterworld. Yeah.
Waterworld. Yay.
Yeah. I see
That's kind of an obvious one, though, Cole.
Guignol said Octopussy, which is a good guess too.
Good guess, but it's not even close.
No,
Can
it's
we
not even
say
close, but it's
pussy
fun
on
to
the
say.
show?
What?
You could say
Can we say
that.
pussy on the show?
Can we say pussy? As long as you say octa before it,
Octopus.
and then it's fine.
Sorry.
I remember seeing the movie before that. I don't know which one it was. The 007 movie, James Bond, and at the end it said the next movie is Octopussy. They actually said that, and everybody just laughed. They just thought it was like a joke. Like, that's hilarious. And then it came out. So this is interesting. This set was called the Atoll, which is a coral reef. That's an atoll right there.
Oh.
So it was modeled after a coral reef, and they built the set in Hawaii. You know Hawaii, Howard. You're a big Hawaii person now. You're like there all the time. Like you like half live there now, I think. Right? So, and this was the most expensive movie of the time. $175 million. And you know, Kevin
And
Costner.
it brought in $40.
Yes, $40. Kevin Costner put in $22 million of his own money. Kamala says the folks that produced that movie bought Mr. Hawaii, the screenplay I wrote with Bloss's
Right.
friend Jay Lacopo. There's a little trivia for you.
What?
It's a little
That's
trivia.
true. They did. That was the Mandalay Company.
Mr.
Mandalay.
Hawaii.
Mandalay Production.
I want
And
to say,
if I may say,
yes.
that guy, one of the partners, Joel,
Mhm.
is also currently one of the partners of the Golden State Warriors.
Oh my gosh. The trivia keeps
Yeah.
coming. So the set cost around $22 million, and that's what Costner put into it. So he basically paid for the set. He ended up finishing the movie because he and the director got in so many fights. And then he also got these special effects people to fix his hairline, which is pretty good from back then. The set weighed 2 million pounds. 2 million pounds.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask
Yeah.
you a question, Joel?
Mhm.
What did they do with that set when they were done with it? They
Well, I
buried it in
wonder
the
because
sea?
I went to the show
movie?
at Universal Studios,
Ooh. There.
and I took this footage of the Waterworld
Looks the
set.
same, huh?
I love the show that they do on this set. It's really, it's worth it. Whatever $22 million that Costner put into this thing because the stunt show is fantastic. Have you seen this, Howard?
No,
Stunt-
never.
Oh, you got to check it out. It's been there
great.
for
Right.
decades.
It's a movie. It's great. The stunt show is great. The guys that ride the ski jets and all that kind of stuff and flipping around and flying.
I'll try and
off
fast
and diving
forward to
in
the
water.
I'll try and fast
Really
forward
good
to the
stuff.
the really fun stuff. They go up on those platforms. They fall. There was a guy actually. One of the stunt people was injured last month during the show. But these stunt people, I mean, it's crazy the stuff that goes on in that. And they have a plane that comes flying over the wall there and lands in the water. It's like a big seaplane. We might be able to see it here, but
It's
yeah,
great. It's a great show. Do
It
you
is.
remember, real
I need
quick,
to
real
get
quick,
out more.
what
Yeah.
that show replaced? What used to be their stunt show?
there used to be a Western stunt show, right?
Yeah.
Remember that? That was good too.
Yeah.
It was good too.
It was. Guys shot off the top of second stories and fall down. And,
When
Yeah,
we
it was
went
good.
to Universal Studios when I was a little kid, it was just dirt. But there was that stunt show there. There was just a dirt lot.
Yes.
And you just wander around,
Dirt lot.
touching dirt. And then you got to this little Western town and they had this cool stunt show with the guy. I remember one guy got stuck in quicksand. Do you remember this? There was
Yeah.
one of the guys got stuck in quicksand and he kept sinking. And eventually he goes away, like he's gone. And then later on he comes out of the bar. Isn't that what happened? Right? He comes out of the bar.
Basically, it was a special effects show. Yeah.
Yeah, it was super
good.
cool too. That was a good show too.
Remember
I
one
love
of your
these
guests,
stunt
Darren?
people and do these stunt shows. I mean, how do they do it like several times a day? Look at this. Here's what the door's opening there.
4 shows or 3 shows a day.
Yeah. I don't know if
But
any of the
remember your
original
guest-
set is there. What?
Remember
What'd you
your
say, Bo?
guest, Darren Raddick?
Yes. I think
Yes,
I
he
saw
was
Darren.
Dracula?
I'm bringing you on, Blas, for a second here.
You-
Yay, there he
remember-
is. There's Blas.
Hello. Take it easy.
Darren was on the show. He plays Dracula. He plays Dracula at Universal Studios. And I think I saw him when I was there, but I didn't want to. He was totally involved, and he has all the makeup on, so I was like, I wasn't sure it was him, so I didn't want to,
Right.
freak him out
Well,
or anything.
I remember you said you were going to Magic Mountain, but I didn't know you were going to Universal. And if you did, we could have called Darren to let you know you're going to be there,
Yeah.
because he does this great thing where he gets all over your family.
Oh, really?
Like he comes and wraps them up and he acts like he's gonna bite. It's so great, man. If you have, and I didn't know you were going, but your family would have freaked out. He would have been all over them.
Yeah,
And he's
man.
so gracious too with
I should have
his
called
time
him.
there. When
Yeah.
you're there, it's like, yeah, it would have been fun. But what I wanted to say was, not only did he do Dracula, because he's done like 5-6 characters there. And when they had the country western show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The special effects country show, the
Mhm.
stunt show, I mean.
Yeah.
He used to play a character called Cowboy Bob,
Mhm.
and he used to warm up the audience before they came out. Like he was like a, what's that called? Like when you go to a rodeo and they have the clowns.
Cool. Yeah.
Uh,
I think they call it a rodeo clown.
Rodeo
Or-
clown, right? But he would do a similar character that he had missing teeth. He'd walk out in the audience as cowboy hat, and he'd like,
That's cool.
Hey,
All right, we got to finish the contest and get on to the dance break. And I love that about
Darren is
him. Darren, he's
great.
cool. Hopefully we'll have him on the show again. He is the best Dracula. He's better than Bela Lugosi. There, I said it. There, I said it.
Amazing. So am I giving that point to? Oh, I gave Kamala that point, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So one more quiz. What movie is this?
I'm not going to close my eyes. I can't win.
Get it, Howard.
So this
What
is
movie
on the
is that?
lot. This at Universal Studios. This is us riding in the little thing. But there's a house coming up.
Come on,
You see
Howard. You got this one.
You got this one, Howard. Pretty soon there's going to be a. What I love is this actor here that is in the house of the movie.
To the right. To the right. Right?
He's on the left-hand side here.
Oh, here we go. Right here. Right here.
There's an actor. That's his job. To be that guy. And the answer is Psycho.
Oh my God! How did she get it already?
She totally got it. Yeah. Do you see? I mean, that's the this guy looks like Anthony Perkins. And he comes out and tries
sure
to
does.
stab everybody. And that's his job. Could you imagine how cool that job would be? You sit in that house
Yeah.
and you come out and stab people. I mean, maybe 100 times a day, or what? How often does it happen?
That's new. They didn't have that guy before.
No, they didn't have. Yes, Howard.
Yeah, before it would stop and
remember last
and it would
night,
show the lady in the window.
Blas. Shh.
Joel, remember last night, you're sleeping with your wife, and she
Yeah.
got up and said she's going to the kitchen to get
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
She was finding out all the answers to today's quiz.
I think she came and looked at my quiz.
Not fair.
It is not fair. 6-2. 6-2. Okay, one more. This is for everybody. We're not going to give anybody any extra time. This is the thing that's after the Psycho House on the tour. It is, and I don't want to scare you. I don't want to scare you, Howard. But it's, do you know what this is from?
It's an airplane crash movie, probably.
Yeah, it is. It's a movie. It's really interesting because they got an airplane. They bought an airplane, and they made it look distressed, like it had crashed. And they made this special deal, and it was the people that were making this movie, which the guy who made the movie has a little bit of pull on this lot, this Universal Studios. Universal said, we will keep the plane here because it costs so much money just to move it there, like $200,000 or something, and like $200,000 just to even clean it up. So they said, we'll just keep it on the lot. We'll make it a part of our attraction. They said, you can't use it in any movies for, I think it was like 10 years or something. Camel says lost. It's not lost.
Okay.
They have kept it there, and they just started using it again. They used it for like a music video and some other things because now they're allowed to use it. But the place in the movie is a city in New Jersey that they replicated, and then they put this plane in there.
Sally?
And they replicate. No, that's a good guess, but I don't think the plane crashed like that, right? Not into a city in New Jersey. So the plane crashed in New Jersey. I think maybe here you can see. Oh, this is cool, man. So basically, what they did is in the story. This is a little hint. In the story, aliens come to Earth, and there's a big, scary. Everybody gets scared so much so, and it was a radio drama at first. And everybody got so scared in this city in New Jersey that they thought aliens were attacking.
Orson Welles.
Yes.
Story.
Yeah, it's an Orson Welles story, and it is called.
It's called those
No one's
alien bad guys.
Those darn alien bad guys. That's what it's called. There we got it.
Come on, Howard.
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
In this scene, it is. No, it's good. Nobody ever wins this game except for the hummingbirds.
Not true.
Oh yeah, Blast wins sometimes. You're right,
Blast
Blast.
destroys on this.
So, yeah. So anyway, War of the Worlds. That's cool. Nice. I love the swag. All right. So.
And that director with pull was.
Oh, Steven Spielberg. Spielberg. And in the scene, Tom Cruise is in the scene. The screen time for this plane is a mere minutes. It's like not the whole movie. It's just a segment of the movie where he's saving his kids.
Can I just say that I took my son to see that movie when we had a good relationship?
Yeah.
And now, I just became a grandpa. He made me a grandpa, so we don't talk at all now. That's the news I wanted to tell
That's
everyone.
good. I like
I'm
it.
a grandpa.
Congratulations. That's
And
better than winning.
That's how we bonded, my son and I, going to that movie.
Bonding over the War of the Worlds. I love it.
And enough about me. What do you think about me?
Where are you appearing next, Howard?
Oh, I'll be at the Loft in North Hollywood on the 15th.
Oh,
And
cool.
on the 10th, I'm going to be at an elementary school in Northridge called Stephen something for I think it's for a very good cause.
Yeah.
And I'm with Brian McDaniel, who's very famous, and
Oh,
Mary
cool.
Kennedy. And it's to raise funds for the Science Center at this elementary school in Northridge. That's on the 10th. That's the reason I can't go to the Comedy Store.
But that's cool. That's a good excuse for sure. All right, now it's time to dance. We're gonna dance. Yeah. Yes, of course. Yes, please go out and see Howard. Howard, where do you usually post your show announcements? Is it on Instagram or do you do it on
Instagram, Facebook, not so much Twitter, and HowardAronin.com.
HowardAronin.com. All right, cool. All right, we're dancing now. We're going to take our shirts and do some dancing. This is a really good dance break. Slum 90X. I love it. Dance, mofos dance. All right, so we're going to dance. The dance break is great. It's one of my favorite songs from the new wave era. Do you ever hear of yep, me either. I haven't heard of him either. Gary Newman. You ever hear of Gary Newman?
Cars.
Yes, that's the song. Let's do it. You get the music trivia. Should have done music, huh?
Cars.
Here he
Oh
is.
my God.
Isn't this great? This is a cover. Derek Frank. I love this song. Maybe we can get Bloss on the screen. Bloss, will you do some of your dancing stylings? There he is. Oh, yeah. Love it. I love this song. This is a good tune. Do-do, do-do, do-do.
I can lock all my doors. It's the only way to live in cars.
This guy's a bassist mainly, but obviously he does everything else.
He's stable for days in cars.
Oh, I like what you're doing.
Here in my car, where the image breaks down, will you visit me, please? If I open my door.
Uh-oh, we lost Howard.
Here in my car.
Was it our dancing? How did we lose Howard?
But nothing seems right in cars.
We did go overtime. He's back. God, he's back. This is a lot of special effects in this song. I want to live in that house when I was in my 20s. I like it.
You were living in that house in your 20s?
She was living in that house when she was in her 20s. She wants to live in that house when she's in her 20s. I would just want to be in my 20s.
If anything, have 20-year-old legs.
20-year-olds. Loss is hilarious, yes. I got some cool dancers for us. Look at this guy.
Oh my God. That looks
He's good, huh?
Yeah,
good.
I can do that now.
I would totally be so sore the next day if I were to do that.
Very Monty Python.
It is, isn't it? Okay, let's see who else we got. We got this guy.
That's nice.
That's nice. And these guys are totally. Put Bloss over here. It's cool how I can. This is one of my dancing styles. You just like hop up and down, preferably with like a serious look on your face.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, no.
I can lock all my doors. It's the only way to live in cars. Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen.
All right, thanks, Howard, for being on the show today. You're a wonderful, multi-talented individual. And I'll see you all. Thanks, Derek Frank, for letting us play your music. Thanks to the Healing Vibrations. And of course, David Charrier, the master of the handpan. We'll see you all on Friday for Judy Carter. Judy Carter. Yeah.
Carter!
We'll learn some stuff.
Woo! Good job, Howard!
Fun! Thank you!